Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. You see my life? This any and every day. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. You see my channel is any and every day. You get it. Here you come here for brain food. Do you understand? Brain food. You come and eat. Come and eat, baby. The food is ready. Mama just cook. Here on my channel, you come and eat. Okay? Mama is ready. When I say mama is ready, means come and sit down. The food is set. When you come to this channel, guys, I need you to be excited. I need you to 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 get a book, a paper, and a pen, whatever, and let's dive in. You see what I mean? Let's dive in. So let's talk, guys. You see, how we gonna talk is this. Today the topic is about mental illness. Okay, you see, the topic is about mental illness. The topic is about mental illness. You see, guys, there's when we talk about mental illness, guys, the definition given, the definition given by ancient cultures. Okay, you want to know the definition given by ancient cultures? When we talk about somebody that have mental issues, do you want to know the definition? You are going to be shocked. Let me make sure. You will then sit down and say, "Oh no, we have we have de-defined it. It's not even detoxification. All these words define it." So they always associate mental illness with not being capable of constructing your own idea, your own matters in your society, in your culture, in your everyday life. You see, the topic that they give for mental illness is not being able to construct your own situations. And if you can't, you're not able to resolve the issues that arises. Okay, so one of them with mental illness, when guys, I always wanted this I'm gonna take you there. So the question is, why is it? Okay, you if you are here, some people are here on my channel for the why, some are here for the how, some people are here for the when. You see what I mean? Let's put some lip gloss. What I need you to understand is, let's get this mic on. What I need you to understand is mental illness, the definition in Western world, okay? In Western world, is almost as if you are, it's called, you are not capable of constructing your own solutions, your own problems that arises, the things that that is a basic action that a human being, or if 5 or 10 people are put, they could come up with that as if or you cannot do it. So that's their definition, okay? Their definition of mental illness. So I want to give you the ancient definition of mental illness. You see, now we have a president with mental illness. Joe Biden have a mental problem. They said he had when we talk about mental problem, what did he had? He have some kind of, they cannot disclose it, right? But you can see that, due to his actions, he have that issue. He go to the left, he go to the right, he turn around. We let's pray that we don't see no mistakes up there, with pants wet and all that stuff. Let's pray for that. That will shock the world, because that will really shock the world, but you cannot go after. That's what I was trying to say last time. We cannot go after him up there. Of course not. And secondly, let me give you the definition the word gives for what is called, the ancient cultures give for what is called mental illness. It's saying you have crack. Okay? A person who have crack a house. Okay? Do you hear me? A person who have cracked a house, a home, they have cracked. It's almost like they have cracked the pond. Now, how do you view this? Do you know the meaning of that? The meaning is a person, when you translate it back to English. See, I gave you the ancient definition, but I did not translate it to English. Okay? The ancient definition I gave you, but I did not translate it to English. Meaning the ancient definition, it says a person who have cracked a house, have cracked a dam, a pond, or they have cracked something that has water, like a pot of gold, or a pot of water. They have cracked it. We have names for them back in ancient cultures. Okay? In America, not only America, Western world, they call it that you are not capable of nothing. In ancient culture, rather, it says you have cracked something. So this is where, when I see folks, I laugh when they talk about mental illness. I got mental problem. I got this. I said, man, what you have done, you have cracked a code. That makes you smart. Do you hear me? That makes you smart because you have cracked a code where you are able to, almost like everybody was doing one pattern. What is a pattern? Everybody was moving like a robot, left, right, ooh, yeah, 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 just twisting around, just going left, right, left, right. And guess what? You saw the pattern and you have cracked that code. You saw the vase and you're able to crack the vase. So, what makes this child is this child don't live with you right here in physical aspect. The child can think 4, 5 levels higher than you, mama, than you, father. So therefore, because you are in the one phase, you must learn to communicate with the child on the level that he is on. Do you know that? What did folks do? Guys, listen, every day I walk around, it's almost like I have to say, God, I have to pray. That's why I said I pray, man. If you are here on my channel, I'm a prayer person. But I pray within my head as I walk. And when I'm in my car, I pray to myself. But I pray. I talk to God. Do you know that I talk to him? Some people don't talk to God. They only talk to him when something happens. But I talk to him every day. Whatever I see, I'm like, Father, do you see this? Oh God. Do you see this? I talk to him. Some people only talk to him whenever, like I have somebody I know, they only want to talk to God or get a prayer when they are hurting. When they hurting, when they ain't got money, when somebody run, you see, when they don't have nothing. But Father, my issue is, how do a person who cracked the code in the world they live in, they deeming that person as challenge. They cannot function. Shows you that society still want to live in the blindfolds. So every day I walked around, and like I'm telling you today, the definition of a person you're gonna say mentally challenged is a person who have cracked a code, a person who know how to move, okay, in the system. Take this world as if it's a puzzle. Everybody's on the puzzle, but guess what they're doing on the puzzle? They join the lines to the puzzle. But there's one who figures out, I don't want to draw lines to the puzzle. I want to be the one who put the missing piece of the puzzle in. The person who finds the missing piece of puzzle and put it in. The person, now you look at the person, you say that person is challenged. Because everybody else is drawing the line to the puzzle. When they use the word mentally challenged, you look at some mothers and you tell them, you need help, mama. You need help, man. What is the meaning of challenge? And they are like, challenge means you cannot when somebody challenge you, you cannot somebody challenge you are not able to challenge them back. I'm like, hey man, is this a war? Is this a war? Is this a war? his letters, names. You see, what I met a young man today, and he was saying that I panic. I panic when I'm behind the wheel. I panic when I'm behind the wheel. And I'm a little challenged. So I look at him, guys, and I'm like, how are you challenged again? He said, I panic real bad when I'm behind the wheel. You see, a lot of people that are mentally challenged, I'm going to tell you one of the problems they have. Okay? They have retained a lot of water. Okay? They have retained a lot of water in their mind. Okay? What happened is, the fluid that surrounds their head, their brain, they have retained a lot of water. Okay? So remember, what I'm trying to teach you is, okay, you see how I told you the ancient meaning defines medical terms. But the medical terms that they use, it does not give their own meanings to their terms. You see how I gave you my ancient meaning, my ancient term, that it means you have cracked a pot of water, or you have cracked a pot of water. That's what it literally say. You have cracked a pot of water, or you have cracked a pot of almost like a vase that contains something. Okay, that don't make you that make you smarter. How how does that make you smarter? It means you can figure out how to move in the world. And once you figure this thing out, you see what it do? It tells you you are mentally challenged. When you see people that are mentally challenged walking outside, that are starving, or they don't have food to eat, you know what their problem is? They seeing, when you have that issue, you see the solid, but you don't see almost like the water part. Do you understand what I mean? You see only solids, you don't see the water part. So literally, they can see buildings everywhere. Okay? They can see buildings everywhere. But they see the building. They don't see nobody inside the building. Do you know what I mean? Like I will see you will see a person standing. They see the house, but they don't see nobody inside. So when somebody stands behind somebody that have not cracked the code or cracked the pot, when they stand behind a person that is mentally challenged, they also see the person different than how the person is seeing themselves. So you see how the curtains is working? When you are behind the curtains, when what happened with a mentally challenged person is when their eye is get pulled behind, you see solid, but you don't see flesh or let's say light. Okay, so you see the building, everything solid will be there, but you don't see the light. It's almost like death. When people die, they are pulled back, right? They have been pulled back. So when they are pulled back, guess what? What pulled them back? Their eye is the one that pulled them back. So they're not able to see the first construct that they were in. They have been pulled back to the second construct. So we will not see them. If you are in the first construct, you will not see them. So you said they are dead in your face because your eye is in the front and they are now, time have passed, they are behind you. A person that have mentally challenged person that you see outside is in between. It's in between the death and the life. Okay, so what? How do they do it? How they do it? They see the solid there, but they don't see the human being. Okay, they don't see it. So if they don't see that, what happened to them is if they want to go to the store and buy something, they cannot go and buy it because that store might be close to them. And in your first vision in the front face, the store is open. So you tell yourself, why can this person buy food to eat and they are starving on the street? No, they are looking like they're starving. They don't have their hair brushed and comb and all that stuff. Only because they have been pulled back where nothing around them they could see it. They can only see the solid houses and the house having doors that are closed. So they have now, it's like they have been stuck from reality, and also they are stuck in from the real world. That's how you will say it, from the reality world or the gaming world, and they are at the back of the construct, the back of the construct. So now look, this is how they do it. They are the construct and the reality world is in the front, so they are in the middle. So what happens with them? They can go to the front and they can go to the back. So their actions is almost like they are like a cat. You would say like a deja vu. They can run through the middle of the construct and the front face. So when you are only in the front face, you see them as mentally challenged. So let me give you an example. I have a guy who walk around my building somewhere, and the guy only do boxes. Okay, the guy only do boxes. He's always in black. He only do boxes. Okay, this is how it is. The guy go. This is what he does. He go left. He go right. He come back left, and he go right. He only do squares. If you really watch him, he only do squares. So he go left, right, left, right, left, right, and then he walks it. He does it. And after that, I feel like he goes sit somewhere, or maybe he's starving or something, and he go and trying to eat or something. And he have only that black clothes, and he looks like he's hungry or something, right? So all he's doing is that. But if you pay attention to him, what is he doing? The guy have a pattern. You see what I mean? He has a pattern. So he has create a move, a pattern move that he does it. So when he's doing this in the construct, okay, he create the squares in the construct. The squares, have you ever played the chess? You will understand it. That's how his chess is going. He only plays squares. So as a mom, if your child is doing left to right, only doing squares in your home, don't go out there, oh Lord, and say my baby is mentally challenged. What do you want the baby to think? The baby have hit the construct part of let's say the system where he has stopped with his mental processing, that now he has figured out the patterns over there, and that's how he moves. Okay, so nothing wrong with the baby, but because he's doing that pattern, the more he does it, he only see physical. Like told you, this is, guys, listen to me carefully. Mental challenge means the person have been pulled between your face and the construct. So they are in between reality, and they are also in between the construct, the part where the building is. Okay? So remember what the ancient definition said? It says somebody who have cracked what? A code, a pot of water. That's what the ancient definition is. So if they have cracked the code, they know the answer for that place. If you study them, you will realize that wait, the pattern he's making all day over there on that place, he's saying a story. He's telling something. You see, folks don't look. You see, folks have been betrayed by their own intelligence, their own intellect. Folks just don't want to learn. Folks are stuck. They wanted to sell their own children for $2. You tell them, my child, listen, they take, look, they said, I'm mentally challenged. You do this. They do this. I'm mentally challenged. No, you're not mentally challenged. You don't figure out how to crack the code. The other part of the face of the code, it's almost like we don't we, it's almost like somebody taking you as a spy. And oh, this is just a spy. Why? Because this is no. If you are know how the code and the construction you are with the construct, that means all of you needs to be cured, put back together again. Because all of you guys, believe it or not, had fallen. Right? Are you listening? You have fallen before. So you are what? You are on top of the construct. So you can build faster, better, and all that. But you are on top of the construct. Now, the face of the construct or the front face of it, you don't see it. Okay? So when you are on top of the construct, when anybody else is not coming through on top of the construct, you say what? There's nobody else. Let me take off the reality self because I don't like that part. Let me take that one off. Okay? Meanwhile, you don't understand that you are on top of the construct. So if you almost like if you take the face off, you are on top of the real. You need to make sure the real doesn't do what? Doesn't wake up. Let me give you an example. Let me give you again. The construct, okay, is behind. The face or the reality self is in the front. If you are in the middle, right, you are standing on top of what? You are standing on top of the construct, the concrete. So if you are standing on top of the concrete, the construct, do not eliminate the copy of the construct. If you eliminate the copy of the construct, you will be standing still by yourself on top of the construct. Do you hear me? So what am I trying to tell you is draw a single line, 180-degree line. Draw a circle and draw another 180-degree line. Okay? Now, what do you have? You have 1 on the top, 0 at the bottom, 1 at the bottom. The copy first, remember what did you do? The original is the one at the bottom. that you don't see. You are the one in the middle as a whole, like a zero right here, on top of the one that you do what? That you don't see the back, but you also have another one on top of you as a circle. Okay? So how do you see it? It's like a stool, man. You see, I'm drawing like a stool for you. You know what a stool is? It's a seat. I'm drawing it for you to see. So this number one, 180-degree line, draw one, draw another one on top of it. Okay? The one at the bottom is original. The one on the top is a copy. But it's the copy that the original have. Okay? It's the copy that the original made that is there. How do they say somebody's mental illness? They are the zero in the middle. When they are the zero in the middle, what happened is they tried to either become like the construct copy. If they cannot delete the construct copy, they try to come after the construct itself to delete the construct. Do you have your art there? So it's almost like a H, but H with a hole inside. Like put like zero. It's like an H, but it's not an H, it's an I. It's an I with a zero inside. You see it? It's real. So what happened is when they try to get rid of the copy on the top, the copy was only made by the construct. So when you are in the middle, you need to be careful. So this is what happened. The person in the middle, a lot of folks that are in the middle, you're gonna say what? They have cracked the code. If they have cracked the code, guess what they can do? They can produce the construct copy. They can produce the copy of the construct's copy. You see what I mean? That's a whole lot of mess. It's a whole lot of mess. Don't make copies of the original copies that the construct have made. If you do that, you see what I'm telling you? You are taking from the copies of the original construct, and you are taking from the original construct as well. So that makes you what? As if you are challenged. Okay? As if you are challenged. So now, how this thing works is when somebody is challenged, it means the copy is challenging. The copy is challenging the zero in the middle, and the original is also not doing anything. Okay, the original is not doing anything. The only time after the copies challenge the middle is if the middle decides to delete completely the top, trying to leave him or her with just the original and the zero and the zero. If you try to do that, that's a problem. Now, what they will try to do again is when they try to put now the mental illness part, oh, that's what you would say. The middle part of the construct, when they try to put the middle part underneath the original, that means you are trying to remake the original within the original itself. How does that work? Guys, how does that work? How are you trying to remake the original itself? They will rebuke it because they are the original. And when they rebuke it, what will happen to you? You will come out of the middle. You will come out of the middle, and guess what? You it will happen. Are you looking at my? I wish I could show you my art. I will show you guys. So, what will happen is there will be no bar. There will be no link. There will be no link. Okay. So what I'm trying to teach you here is it's almost like taking the middle of an H out of there. Remember, the H is an I, okay, but they turn it to an H. So trying to take the middle part, what you got left is one going in parallel. You haven't done anything. So once they try to take the original piece out to leave it with like a 10, 100. Yeah, guys, I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. I will get on the part two of this, okay? Bye bye.